you guys do a ton of marketing. I think you have a very professional website and marketing done. I don't think a lot of people in service industries have gone as extensive as you guys have. That obviously costs money. Like, how do you understand that? Okay, if we put this time in, this energy into it, and do something that's completely different, it's going to be good for the long run.
It was hard, because as you probably know, advertising is a variable expense. And if I go back to, when we started doing this, it was money that either we were going to spend on advertising or it was going to go into my pocket as, income or profit.
Yeah.
And so that's a hard decision. And there's no guarantee. Back in the old days, when we really started marketing, on an annual basis, we used direct mail. Unfortunately, direct mail was very predictable. We knew from experience that if we mailed out 10,000 letters, we knew what type of response rate we'd get and what kind of success we'd have off of that. Direct mail stopped working in 2011-12, and we really were challenged. And that's when we went to radio, and that's when we introduced Bandit to the radio segment. And that was a crapshoot. That we had no idea. And we were a big advertiser on the radio from the onset, and you have no way of really tracking the effectiveness of that. Matter of fact, the group that we use, they're out of Austin, Texas. They told me it would take a year. And I remember at about the 10-month point, I called them up and I said, "Hey guys, this isn't working." They said, "You got to give it a year." I said, "A year? Or 10 months? What's the difference?" Well, sure enough, February of that following year, we started to see some traction. We started saying, maybe this is working.
Like people would call you and say, "Hey, we saw a specific ad with Bandit," or like how do you?
No, because we're on the radio. They heard it. I mean, and so it just takes, one of the philosophies that the group that we use employs is you have to reach as many people as you can, as often as you can, for as little as you can. Mm-hmm. They also recognize that he's a brilliant guy, that there's sleep cycles. So if you're not hitting people often enough, they're forgetting your message. But it takes so long a period of time for that message to become ingrained. And we try not to really advertise promotions as much as we try to brand who we are and what we are: clean, safe, reliable professionals, on time, can't lose service. So we're not necessarily throwing, the deal of the lifetime out there or a rebate of any sorts. We're just trying to appeal to people who want who we are, and we are clean, safe, reliable professionals delivering on time, can't lose service. We want that person, and it takes time to get that ingrained. So 12 months into it, we started to see some traction. The years have been good, and at this point, all we're doing is trying to continue to implant that message in the consumer that that's what we are.